Welcome one and all to a Train Love 16 video.
Good morning, good afternoon, everyone. Sorry, force of habit. Today I'm at the Spa Valley Railway because they've started running year-round now on weekends. They didn't used to run on weekends in January, but now they're finally starting to run year-round. So I thought I'd come along and take advantage of this opportunity of their winter running and also practice my cinematography skills. Because if I'm going to be a filmmaker, I need to learn how to actually keep the camera steady as opposed to having it not focus on what I'm trying to film. So we've got 6-coach train today. It's being top and tailed with West Country class Bullied Pacific at the front and a diesel locomotive at the rear. So top and tail. I do love the West Country class engines. Oh god. 303 Squadron, yeah, I should have remembered that's what his name is. Gotta love how they're always nicely, the rods and things are always nicely greased in these engines. Right, I've got to get a ticket and then I'll get on the train. I'm now in the shop waiting in the queue to get my ticket. Got some Thomas All Engines Go items and Big Jigs items. I still remember Big Jigs. Lovely. Got a nice collection of 00 gauge stuff here and some M gauge double stuff here. Oh, we got some lovely O gauge models here. Which one's this one? Can't quite tell what that one is. We've got a standard 3 down there though. One day I hope to upgrade from 00 gauge to O gauge though. Obviously O gauge being double the scale of 00 gauge is twice the price. Oh, we got some model trees and buildings over here. Those could be useful for raptor dogs. Fast 40 million. Lovely. Right, I ought to get my ticket now. Be back in a moment, guys. Need a good fire on a day like this, and that fire looks good and hot. Love how much steam locomotives produce on cold days. Right, let's get on board. Let's go nearer the diesel locomotive. One of the problems with my tripod is I can't really get my camera tightly on it, no matter how hard I try, so that's why even when I try to walk slowly, it wobbles slightly on the tripod. I have no idea which diesel we've got, so it's a 6-coach train though. Some of these coaches we use for the Polar Express. That door's not in use. Let's get on here. This whole coach has been reserved though. Yes. So
we're 19 to 25.
So let's see if there's anything we can get in the first coach, the front coach. Yeah, there's a Groombridge lane appeal to replace the bridge. About 7 years ago, the bridge was struck by a lorry and it was weakened.
It's nice and toasty warm now.
And ever since, trains have had to cross it at only 10 miles an hour. This speed restriction will be lifted once they've raised £300,000 to replace the bridge. I might donate, but I'll have to think about it. Seems like we've got the Class 31 Sister Dora pulling the train out, and then 303 Squadron will pull us back. As I said, it's top and tail today. Last time I came here with Electro, we had the Class 25 on the journey out, and then a Great Western Railway Prairie, who was visiting the railway at the time, pulling us back. Got a couple of 08 shunters there as well. I guess I'll see you guys again when we're departing. And I just heard the guard's whistle, and the whistle from 303 Squadron, so any moment now we should be off. Are you going to depart, Dora? There we go, brake off, and we're off. Oh. Slipping on the damp rails. A few minutes late, but it's no biggie. Slowly out of the yard. Past the old signal box. It's probably still working though it needs an update. We gotta go very slowly over the first embankment because it's susceptible to slipping. I'd love to live in one of those houses down there. We got on this side of the coach. Old coach from the Thumper. Cream tea train. Cream tea train, lovely. Slowly over that 5-mile-an-hour bridge. The line this railway travels over used to be part of the it used to be part of an old through line from Tunbridge Wells and Tunbridge through to Eridge, where it linked up with the Uckfield line. Trains would carry on to Uckfield back in the day, Lewis. This wasn't part of the beaching cuts initially. This line survived the beaching cuts and didn't close until the 80s. Until 1985. When passenger numbers had decreased so much. There was a knock-on effect from the beaching reports, actually, because when the line between Lewis and Uckfield closed, passenger numbers on this line dwindled until eventually very few people were using this line, so it closed in 1985. But then volunteers preserved it, and it was reopened as the Spa Valley Railway in 1997. So yeah, right, I better Get back to my ticket, guys. I'll be back in a sec. Right, so we're now past the 5 mile an hour section, and we can now speed up to 25. We're not stopping at the first station, High Rocks, today, I don't think, because High Rocks Halt is only open on select days. So yeah, I don't think we're stopping at High Rocks. So straight through to Groombridge. 3.5 miles. Now slowing down already. Oh yeah, I forgot there's a temporary speed 10 mile an hour restriction here. A lot of speed restrictions on this line. I think the scenery is a bit more interesting on the other side. There's a big sting on the other side. Let's have a look. Recently relayed the ballast there. Storm damage, I can see. Not good. Lots of fallen trees and things from this winter's storms. Sister Dora purring again. Oh, now that's the sound I like to hear. Class 31s may not be my favourite diesels, but I do like them. Oh, that's a good sound. Here are the high rocks. Named so because they're high up on these hills. Doesn't look like there's anyone at the pub today. Oh, that's a good sound. How fast are we going? Trees. 25, 24. Oh, we're slowing down now for the bridge. The bridge I talked about a second ago. You can see steam from 303 Squadron back there. Lovely stuff. Now, isn't that a fine sight? Slowing down for the bridge now. And then once we're over this bridge, we'll go down into the Poke Hill Valley. Itself. It's a horse riding area here. Horse riding paddock. Oh look, there's deers. Oh, that is adorable. Oh, look, there's deers. And now they're running away from that horse. The horse is chasing them. In 264. There's a professional photographer over there. Well, there's someone over there watching the train. He's probably a photographer. Any moment now, we will be arriving at Groombridge. These houses here were built after the old railway line closed. So yeah, slowing down for Groombridge now. Oh, it's lovely sound. Just about to see Groombridge station on the bridge. I may love steam engines, but BR era diesels are cool too, I suppose. there's Groombridge Station, the old Groombridge Station, the old station building. As you can see, the embankment is filled in there where the track used to be. The old station has now been converted into offices and things. At least I think that's what they've been converted into. And here's the new Groombridge Station. You gotta love how they made benches out of old train wheel sets. Actually, are we stopping at Groombridge, or has? Oh wait, the announcement guy said it was non-stop through to Eridge. Well, didn't he? I forgot. I thought we were stopping at Groombridge. Yeah, with the gate at the end of the platform being locked there, I did one thing that was a bit strange. Yeah, I should have listened better. So yeah, it seems like we're running non-stop between Groombridge and Eridge today. There's the passing loop. The old line to Ashurst branches that way. That's now just a siding of the depot. Rails that linked up with this line. So that's 60 board sign there. Network rail. I'm not going to put the camera out here because this being the main line, and the last thing you want is, because you never know when a Class 170 Turbo Star is going to come speeding round this corner at 60, 75 miles an hour. So I'll switch over to this side now. The yellow a yellow flag, never a green flag. And they'd only hold out a red flag if there was something wrong with the crossing. So yeah, this crossing's got to be manned at all times. And I think this is also a user-operated crossing, where the actual people with the actual people holding the using the crossing work the barriers themselves. Now that is a sound to appreciate. That roar is a sound to appreciate. And if you don't appreciate that sound, then you're either a diesel hater or you're not even a real train enthusiast. I, however, do appreciate that sound. Of course, as I've said it before and I'll say it again, there's nothing better than steam locomotives, but the sounds of diesels, but the sounds of BR era diesel engines will never not be awesome to me. Not as awesome as steam locomotive chuffing, though. Difference in Network Rail and Heritage Railway maintenance standards. Network Rail tracks are, of course, all welded. Most of them are, anyway. And Heritage Railways use the traditional fish plate method. Okay, I think we're now arriving at Eridge, where we'll wait for like 10 or 15 minutes, then head straight back. As part of the SVR's agreement with Network Rail, as part of the Spa Valley's agreement with Network Rail, in order to run down to Eridge, they're not allowed to run to Eridge on days when the Uckfield branch is closed for engineering works. So, and on those days, they run the yellow timetable, which only goes as far as Groombridge. See the platform, the recently extended platform at Eridge is nicely gridded there. I say recently, but it was extended only a few years ago. But all the platforms on the Uckfield branch were extended a few years ago to allow for 10-car trains. The next train to Oxted, next train's not for a long time, so we're not going to see a Class 170 here today, unfortunately. Class 170. This is the original Eridge station, though. And now we come to a stop here.
Eridge station!
Lovely. And obviously they can't fit the whole 6-coach train in the platform, so they have to stop a little way past. There we go. Right, I'll get out, I'll get my tripod now, get out, and I'll be back with you guys in a sec. Because it's beyond the platform, you can't quite see the Class 31 down there, but the sound of the engines is good. Now here is where I believe platform 4 used to be. Eridge was once a big junction station. Trains would come from all directions. Trains going through Tunbridge Wells to Tunbridge, up through Oxted, down to Uckfield and Lewis, and also on the Cuckoo line to Polegate and Eastbourne. It was a big junction interchange station. Such a small village had such a big junction station back in the day. Not anymore now, of course. So the old tracks used to go through where this walkway is now, and the tracks would go down there and link up down there. if I were in charge of this, if I ever became in charge of this railway, one of my first orders of business would be to relay the tracks, like replace this footpath with a bridge, and then relay the tracks to connect up down there, with the line down there, to enable locomotives to run round here at Eridge. So there's no need for uncoupling the engine at one end each time. You can just use a traditional method of running round at the end of the line. Platform 3 isn't used for trains, it's mainly used just for the waiting locomotives on days when they uncouple the coaches to wait in before the journey back. Oh yeah, I'm meant to be doing my cinematography skills, so walk slowly. And I'm holding the camera lens, the camera screen, to keep it a bit more stable. Oh my goodness, letting off so much steam today. Not surprised with it being January.
I didn't realise that any railway is actually
Not. Oh, we've got Samaritans noticed there in partnership with Network Rail. And then train through. I could be wrong, but I think 303 Squadron is also known as Sir Keith Park. Yeah, as I said, I do love the West Country class engines. Lovely 3-cylinder Pacifics. There's no need for uncoupling and recoupling when it's being top and tailed. So yeah, Eridge is a lovely station. Nicely restored. Yeah, lovely station that's been nicely restored. Nicely restored. Nicely restored. Restored. I don't think they've got Kate the buffet car on today. At least I don't think they do. Could be wrong. Here's a map of all the old railway lines that used to come around here. Oh god, I gotta get back on. Can I get back on? Thank you. Oh god, I gotta get back. Oh, there is a. Oh, this is the buffet coach. Nice. I'll probably grab a coffee or something. I'll be back in a sec. And I'm back. A little bit delayed getting coffee, and now oh my god, we're already on our way. Now I've moved closer to the front. Hopefully now we can hear the lovely chuffing sounds of the lovely 3 cylinders of the Bully Pacific. Sight as we come into Groombridge. Don't you just love 3-cylinder machines? Until about 5 years ago, the Smart Valley Railway couldn't run such big locomotives due to weight restrictions. In order for Sir Keith Park to be here, they had to completely replace the points outside the Tunbridge Wells West sheds. But now that they've done that, they're able to run much bigger engines than they used to. They used to only be able to run tank engines, but now they can, and small tender engines, but now they can run Bully Pacifics. Sir Keith Park recently underwent an overhaul that took about 18 months. Now he's back in service, pulling trains up and down the SVR, and being popular on the recent Polar Express services. 10-mile-an-hour limit through Groombridge. There's a lot of speed restrictions on this line. Oh, careful. Coal merchants, Groombridge 10. Eridge is 2 miles that way. Tunbridge Wells West is 3.5 miles that way. For it making this railway a total of 5.5 miles in length. Not the longest railway out there, but still a nice, charming line. There's one of the old Network Southeast station signs of Groombridge. BR/Network Southeast. Is it just me, or are we stopping here? No, I don't think so, because I can hear the chuffing. Come on, Keith. Come on, driver, give it more regulator. Oh, that 6 exhaust beat is something I like to hear. Yes! Come on, driver, more power. replacement. Trains will be able to thunder up here once this bridge is replaced. Thunder at 25 miles an hour up here. Now it's uphill for a little way. There's the car 31 down there. Come on, more speed. Open the tap, driver.
we will be arriving back into Tunbridge Wells West. This train will terminate here at Tunbridge Wells West and will leave the station empty. Please make sure you take all your personal belongings with you when you leave the train. Please do not attempt to open any of the external doors until the train has come to the external doors at the station platform. Please also ensure that the train is adjacent to the station platform. If you're actually joining us again sometime in the future for one of our dining experiences, do it on our website, Sparkling Railway, all the dining experiences also details of our fundraising event. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday afternoon. The train terminates here. All change please, all change.
Lovely stuff. Okay, battery's about to run out, so I'll just... As soon as the train stops, I will need to replace the battery. But I think we just made it. It just had enough for us to make it to back to Tunbridge Wells. Got a Class 73 there. One of their preserved Class 73s. I think I remember being pulled by this Class 73 when I was younger. 73-1140. And here we are. Across the bridge and back into the station. I'm going to film the train leaving the station empty, and then I guess I'll show you around the sheds and stuff. And here we are. There we go. We are back. Right, I guess I'll see you guys in a sec. There's the chute where they drop the fire out of at the end of each day. They dump the fire out of that when the locomotive's finished for the day. If I move the camera to here, oh, hold on. I thought there was somewhere we see into the firebox, but doesn't look like it. But yet, they dump the fire out of that at the end of each running day. And if we look in here, we could see where the third cylinder is. That's the motion for the third cylinder. And of course it's all open. It's all open between the boiler and the frames for ease of, so maintenance crews can just slip in for ease of maintenance. Steam engines built during and after the war were that was a big priority for steam locomotives built during and after the war. Ease of maintenance. After the war. There's one of the boxes where they put the oil in, one of the flaps to put the oil in. Yeah, oiling mechanisms were also simplified with the newer steam locomotives, not like the ones built in the pre-grouping era, prior to the 1923 grouping. Right, I guess I'll see you guys again when the train moves off out of the station. Just heard the Class 31's horn, Sister Dora's horn. Moving off the train now. Uncoupled from the locomotive now, and they're going to move the coaches back into the siding there.
Still screwing down the other
little further down there, so that the locomotive, so Keith Park can reverse, heading to the shed to be stable for the night. Lovely. Lovely stuff. Oh, now it sounds like Keith's coming. Sounds like they're gonna fill it up with coal now, because I can see there's a JCB over there. There's a JCB round here. Coal. So now Keith's coming back. He's moving quite fast. And they've got a few coaches over there hired from West Coast Rail. They needed that for the extremely popular Polar Express services. Yeah, the Polar Express services are extremely popular on this railway every Christmas. But it's finished until next Christmas now. Looks like they're trying to start up that 08 there. At least the 08 appears to be idling at the moment. Pretty rusty. Now they've got JCB there is gonna start, refill it with coal, look at now. Ready for the morning. Well, ready for next weekend, rather. Yeah, they don't run on weekdays. But they're now going to refill to Keith Park. Refill his tender, ready for next weekend. Don't know if you can see it. One shovelful. Seems like only one shovelful is all that was needed. Now they're gonna move him along here and put him into the shed for the night. Only needed one bucket full of coal. So now they're going to switch the points and move him into the shed and put Keith to bed again. Oh wait, they're going to put another bucket full in. coal being put in over the noise of that. There we are. That's how they refill the coal of steam locomotives on heritage railways these days. No coal boilers anymore. They now use modern JCBs. Actually, now they're moving Keith forwards. Into the sidings, ready to put him to bed. Now the JCB has taken its bucket off. And that's... oh, hang on, they're moving it a bit further forward. Now they stable it there for the night. Lovely stuff. Right, now I'll show you guys around the engine shed and blowing off steam there. Now I'll show you guys around the engine shed and gift shop. Alright, so inside the shed now, there's a G-scale model railway there with a train whipping round there. This ain't much, but it's very nicely modelled. Whipping, absolutely whipping round. They've been running for over 25 years now. Rails being replaced there. Urgently need more volunteers. I tried to join up as a volunteer, but didn't quite go to plan, and they kicked me off for reasons I don't understand to this day. There's Ugly. There's the maintenance shed. Don't know if I can go in here today. They've got all sorts of engines here. Boring old Robert Stevenson saddle tank there. Class 33. They've got just in the distance, in the corner down there, you can just about see they've got Caledonian 812 there on long-term loan from the Strathspey Railway up in Scotland. Lovely stuff. So, have we got any bargains here? Lord Nelson for £153. No, thank you. That's a bit too steep. Coronation for 170. Doesn't say the price of that Peckett there. I might get that at some point, but I don't think I will anytime soon. I am, yes. Just having a quick browse. Got some O-gauge wagons here. 54 quid for 50, 54, 60 quid for all of these. Not bad. That O-gauge truck for 49 quid there. Not bad. Helgin, Mark 1 and Mark 2 O-gauge coaches. Lovely stuff. We've got some O-gauge track here. As I said before, all the trains that'll be featured in Raptor Dogs are going to be built to O-gauge. All this model grass and model trees here, I could use all this for Raptor Dogs. N-gauge. If only I had the money for that standard class 3 and a few coaches and a few O-gauge coaches, I could make a start on my own layout. Bachmann branch line station pilot set, 234 quid. No, I don't think I'll get that anytime soon. Military movers, £169. Good idea though. Ugh, all engines go stuff. No thanks. Ugh. All engines go stuff. We've got some coaches here. 89 quid for a couple push-pull coaches. That's not too bad. 180 for a Brighton Bell set. My God, and that's just for 2 coaches. Bit steep. £42 each for a pack of 3 Hornby Railroad wagons. Not bad. £17.49 for a single truck. Sod off. I'm not paying £17.49 for a Hornby Railroad truck when I can get a much more detailed dapple, when I can get way better looking dapple wagons for £12.50 for around 12 quid. Not paying 20 plus quid for all this when Dapol are selling better looking ones for cheaper. I'm not paying the Dapol. $22.99 for a cattle wagon. No, thank you. Not when Dapol are selling something like this for 13 quid. Some Mark 1s up here. 34, nearly £50 for one of these. No thanks. Bullied designed Southern Railway coaches, 70 quid for one of these. God damn. 480 for a Great Western Prairie. 215 for a Ginty. Yep. They may be a lot more expensive, O gauge, but I do want to invest in some of these later in my life. 125 quid for a little NCB saddle tank. No, thank you. Quid. Oh, nice Metropolitan Railway tank there. 159 for that, though. My God. Rapido seem to have expensive prices too. Well, I think I am allowed in here actually, because you've got a family of 3 in here. Who I wasn't sure if I was allowed in there because the flats were closed, but there's a family of 3 in here, so I think I am allowed in here. I think this diesel shunter was the first locomotive the Spa Valley Preservation Society ever bought, and it's still here to this day. They used it during the construction of the line, but it's now awaiting restoration. Got Lady Ingrid here, who doesn't run much, but recently completed its overhaul. Oh, there's the Ginty. I remember being pulled by this Ginty. I have great memories of being pulled by this Ginty over a decade ago. And now it looks like its boiler's in place now, so it looks like the Ginty will finally be returning to service this year. And here we have the Caledonian 812, the only surviving Caledonian 812 around. So pleased to have a Scottish locomotive here. This one is Donald and Douglas's basis. The Caledonian 812s were Donald and Douglas's basis. Currently, number 828 is missing his smokebox door handle. Looks like 828 is currently undergoing minor repairs. Built in 1889. These are some of my favourite 060s, the Caledonian 812s. Shame number 812 it wasn't running today, but I still love to see the Sakeet Park running. Looks incredible. Hopper wagon there.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Oh, it seems like Sir Keith Park's moved off again. Don't know where he's gone though.
I like all I think about when I see a normal train is go to work.
Well, I think that'll have to do it for this vlog. Both batteries of my camera are nearly out now, so I gotta finish now. Thank you all so much for watching the first vlog of 2025. Really enjoyed myself here today. As I said, it's not the best railway in the country, but it's a nice little line for what it is. If you're looking for a half day out, if you're in the area and you're looking for a half day out and don't know how to fill in the time, then why not pay this railway a visit? So once again everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed this vlog, and I hope you're all looking forward to the other upcoming vlogs and my other upcoming content for this year. Please like, comment, share this video with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to me, TrainLover16, if you haven't already, to stay tuned for my upcoming content. And I will see you all in my next video. Goodbye everyone!